What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, we are returning to Side 3 as we continue our coverage of Char's deleted affair. Last time, Char's team helped save a Xeon Remnant base from falling into the hands of EFF. The team also finally prepped for their journey from Ambrosia to Side 3. This time, the team will finally get to explore Side 3, and Char will meet Nanai. So let's get into this. Ensign Diaz is in the bath talking to herself about how she is the last of her family and she has to do the best she can for them and for Xeon. She gets a late night call from Lieutenant Rutger. He seems to have found the location of Lieutenant Monica's belongings. Rutger won't be able to reach it, however, because it is in female quarters. The team has made it to the colony Brutal. It is a tourist colony set up and designed to make it seem like everything is autonomous in the Republic of Xeon. In reality, EFF has a tight grip on Side 3. Andy and Oksana both almost give away their real identities immediately. They all teamed up and are pretending to be each other's fiancé. Natalie, however, is paired up with Fabian. Fabian reminds Natalie of her secret mission. Back on Axis, at Enzo's house, Enzo is yelling at his men for allowing Hines to get a hold of some evidence that may put blame on the Enzo team. Meanwhile, Hines has been able to get into the hard drive and find some interesting evidence. He contacts Maharaja Khan and tells him that he has info that he needs to tell him. He says they will meet at noon the next day. However, the Admiral suddenly collapses. Hines, Diaz, and Rutger go to meet with Maharaja Khan in the medbay. He isn't the young man he once was. Hines decides to withhold the information for now. Because of this, Hines and Khan don't make it to the Axis General Assembly. While they miss the meeting, Enzo used this opportunity to finally get majority consensus towards a military uprising. The majority of Axis higher-ups now believe that they should fight for their independence once again. Later, Ensign Diaz goes to meet with Rutger in a sketchy area of Axis. However, she is met with a mysterious man holding a gun. The fake couples inside of Side 3 make their way to Lake Conacher. Oksana says that Haman and Char should take a photo. The two pose. The photo that they take is from the memory that Camille sees of Haman when they engage in battle during the Grips conflict. Yeah, this is one of those moments where you didn't have to explain the backstory. Leave a little mystery. The team is finished with their visit to Brutal. On the colony, they could use an inter-colony shuttle to head to Colony 1 of Side 3, the capital, aka Zoom City. As they reach the spaceport, they look out to see the Zabi Castle still standing. It is now a government building for the Republic of Xeon. Enzo and his men are visiting the Admiral in the hospital. As they make their leave, Commander Irina comes to visit. She doesn't want to stress him out more, but she knows things are looking grim. He believes things will soon calm down and stabilize. Again, the story keeps telling me that Maharaja Khan is very smart, but it certainly isn't showing me that he is smart. The team is making their way through downtown when suddenly someone yells, "Stop, Xeon Remnants!" It freaks the team out, but the EFF Autonomous Peacekeeping Force is after someone else. Fabian trips the EFF detective, and Andy helps by getting in the way. Oksana comes to get him out of a situation with EFF. They meet with their contact Georgius, or Giorgio according to the wiki, but I'm going with Georgius. He used to be an EFF mobile suit pilot. He still is, but he also used to be one. He was a Xeon cadet when the war came to an end. They forced him to essentially start his mobile suit career as an EFF pilot instead of a Xeon pilot, doing missions that go against their desire for independence. They are walking through a maintenance shaft that even EFF doesn't really stumble through. It helps Xeon Remnants operate in the shadows of Side 3. They get some rest while Georgius tells him about the areas still unoccupied. He tells Char of Dr. Flanagan's old lab. Of course, this reminds him of Lala. Dr. Flanagan and the Flanagan Institute is the reason that Char knows Lala. I mean, unless you go by origin canon where Char met him pre-1 Year War, but The man takes Ensign Diaz to a cell. He thinks that he is with Enzo, but he claims that he is working on his own accord. In the cell is also Rutger. They are both relieved that they didn't rat each other out. The two begin talking out loud blatantly about Hines defragging the hard drive to get evidence on Enzo. You don't want to check for a wire, a security camera, anything? Just talking about your plans out loud, huh? Of course, the mysterious man is listening in on their conversation, and of course, he lied about working with Enzo. His next move is to use Diaz to lure out Hines. Georges takes the gang to meet with Herman Schmidt, the director of the building that houses some people that are trying to help the cause. They had to move from place to place, but soon they will have to close down, as Xeon Remnant actions have intensified over the past year, and EFF is locking down the rules. A young girl calls out to Georges. Georges introduces to the team his sister, Nanai. Nanai will go on to be director of Neo Xeon New Type Labs and will also become Char's lover. Char looks at the new type brainwave monitoring table. We get a flashback where Lala wants Char to get in the chair, but he doesn't want to. It is clear he came to just visit Lala. He gets in the chair just for her. As Char is experiencing this memory, Haman is able to sense it. This causes her to ruin her own mood. Natalie takes her to go get some rest, but Fabian walks in and tells Natalie that he will handle it and that she should focus on her other mission. He literally shoves her out. Nanai tells Char that Dr. Flanagan's new type data is all hidden behind a password-locked system. Char mentions that Lala's data should be on a backed up notebook somewhere. Nanai is able to find it, but it is in Sanskrit. Natalie wonders if Haman's new type baby records are somewhere to be found here. Georges wants to have a private word with Char. Fabian and Haman are flirting with one another as Haman calms down. He shares with Haman a time in his past when he experienced bad memories. Haman, with her new type senses, is able to feel Fabian's past bad memories. Fabian then remembers she is a new type and that she is more perceptive than he thought. He will have to make a move fast before Haman figures out his true motives. He changes the subject. Georges just gets right to the point. He wants to know Char's intention when it comes to Xi'an independence. Georges knows that he is Castle Rim Daikun, but that doesn't matter to him. All he actually cares about is fighting with the Red Comet. Georges wants Char to help them establish an armed uprising. That is a lot for Char to take on, but he says that there is no way that Xi'an could win their independence unless EFF is greatly weakened. In the brig, Ensign Diaz tells Rutger, hey, what if we just committed suicide so they don't use us? He says that is crazy, but Diaz calls him a coward and begins attacking him. The soldiers come in and tase her. Perhaps her motives were on point because it appears that this mysterious man is working with Rutger. Hines gets an email saying they will exchange Rutger and Diaz for Monica's notebook. Hines goes to meet with Enzo's men, who puts Rutger and Diaz in the same glass pod that Camille's mom died in. These pods don't usually mean good things. Hines is using the same shuttle he used earlier when he was captured. Diaz apologizes to Hines for putting him in this situation. The soldier says that he is Enrique Munoz. Last time, we learned that during the 1 Year War, the Jorg squad was destroyed, fighting Xi'an, and Enzo came in to take the glory. Hines thinks that it was Enzo's fault, but in fact, it was Enrique's squad that attacked the Jorg squad. Enrique was the only surviving member, but Enzo reported that there was no survivors, letting him fly under the radar for the past few years. The two engage in battle, and it is brief, as Enrique is able to destroy Hines' shuttle. Diaz cries out for him. Nanai takes Char and the team out for dinner. Haman asks Nanai if she has a boyfriend in front of Char. Well, this is going to be awkward in 10 years, and one of you is dead. In the room next to them, a bunch of EFF soldiers are getting way too drunk and causing a scene. Fabian goes and punches them for being rude. Char gives the restaurant manager some hush money regarding the entire situation. EFF is investigating Xi'an remnants that they just captured. They find out that Xi'an remnants were able to get mobile suits out of the colony. They prep a mobile suit team to engage with the remaining Xi'an remnants. He says to contact White Base 2. There is no information regarding White Base 2. We have to assume that it is a Pegasus-class ship, no different than the original White Base. Nanai and Oksana go to grab some vehicles while the others wait. Char tells Fabian that he will listen to his orders from now on. On White Base 2, Commander Brendan prepares a mobile suit team, but he is informed that they got into a fight in a restaurant and are out of commission. He has to bring in someone else. Georges comes in and informs the team that Xi'an remnants are being attacked. He has 3 Zaku high mobility types that Char could use. Georges gets a call. Remember, he is a part of EFF, and he has just been called to help White Base 2 crew. It appears he will have to play the role of EFF and fight against Char, the life of a double agent. Haman wants to fight as well, and Char says absolutely not. They take him to the transport ship, the Yuki Mizuki. They meet with Kamuji. Kamuji knows that Georges is a double agent and is used to doing mock battles with him. Natalie will be running command on this mission. Kamuji takes them to the hangar and shows them the Zakus. They haven't seen battle for 4 years, but she has been maintaining them, so they should be good to go. They are informed that Georges will be piloting a Gundam. Fabian looks at the Zaku and notices the colors. It doesn't blatantly say what these units are, and the art is in black and white, but the cover of Volume 10 is a black and purple Zaku, and there are 3 of them. These are the Black Tri-Star's old high-mobility Zakus. They must have stashed these units after receiving the DOMs. And that will do it for this episode. I like Georges as he is essentially a Xeon double agent, which is something we don't see too often. I would like to see more double agent stories in Universal Century. Next time, the team will engage in battle with EFF, and Georges will launch in his G3 Gundam. We will also run into Annabelle Gatto. What happens when a French cat runs into a Spanish cat? We'll find out next time. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, if you are a new type with codependency issues, you are going to have a bad time. Peace.